I'm getting microneedling done today for the very first time.
My face is on fire. This is the morning after.
I can't even fucking sleep. Microneedling will change your life. It will change your skin.
The way that my skin is glowing right now.
Pores felt smaller, and I felt like makeup just sat on my skin so much better.
I am obsessed.
It's definitely a game changer. I spent just about $750.
A microneedling treatment in clinic at the very low end is going to be $350. At the high end, it can be anywhere from $500 and above.
You guys have to try it.
Today we're talking about microneedling. Microneedling with PRP, microneedling with Salmon DNA, microneedling with PDGF, microneedling with radio frequency, and this whole idea that tiny needles in your face are somehow the secret to perfect skin. I understand why people are interested. When microneedling works, the results can look amazing. The skin looks smoother, the pores look smaller, makeup sits better, acne scars look softer. The skin has that glow. And compared to Botox or filler, it feels more natural. You are not freezing your face. You are not adding volume. You are not changing your features. You are just helping your skin repair itself. That sounds good, but this is where beauty culture gets tricky. Because microneedling is still a treatment that creates tiny injuries in your face. That is literally how it works. So when people act like it is just a casual facial, I think that is where the problem starts. For some people, it heals beautifully. For other people, it turns into pain, redness, burning, breakouts, rashes, scratches, pigmentation, and regret.
Standard microneedling is my favorite in-office procedure. And the reason I recommend it again and again, and I actually give it a rating of 10 out of 10, is because it is incredibly safe at creating controlled injury that signals your body to produce new collagen. And as many of you have seen me talk about in the past, I consider the production of new collagen one of the most important, absolutely critical pieces of anti-aging when it comes to your skin.
I spent $900 to get microneedling done on my skin, and as someone who's very conscious about how they spend their money, let's break down whether or not I think it was worth it. I personally decided to give it a try because I've had a scar on my forehead for 6 years ever since I got in a ski accident. Microneedling seemed like the easiest, most inexpensive way to try to reduce the appearance of it. I got this through my dermatologist and did a total of 3 different sessions. Each time it usually took me about 3 to 4 days to fully recover. And while this didn't really get rid of the scar on my forehead entirely, it made such a dramatic impact on my skin texture. My skin felt so much smoother, pores felt smaller, and I felt like makeup just sat on my skin so much better. So while this didn't fully solve my initial problem, I do think this was totally worth it, and I definitely will get this again in the future.
We're going to Snatch because today you're doing microneedling with something better than PDRN. Yeah. Any of this in LA. Look at the before, stunning. And then we're going to do microneedling with PDGF. The PDGF. Love it, love it. Adventure.
This is my face immediately after microneedling. This is my face 2 hours after microneedling. It is already so much better. 4 hours. I do notice some redness there. I mean, redness is everywhere, but like abnormal redness there and on my eye, there and there. I'm hoping that doesn't stay. We'll see. It's now been 6 hours. And this is 24 hours after microneedling.
My face is on fire. She's putting the spermy wormies on my face. Is this sperm?
We are. This is
Okay.
lumicin, so that's salmon sperm.
Ooh, yeah. Give me all the salmon sperm. I look pretty good, huh?
This is me right after microneedling with Salmon DNA. This is me day 1 after doing microneedling with Salmon DNA. This is me day 2. Day 3.
You guys are always asking me, Karini, what do you do for your skin? What's your skincare routine? I really don't have much to say because I don't do much. But the one thing I swear by is microneedling with PRP. I've had 2 sessions. This is my 2nd session so far. I used to have those little pimple, the pimple scars right here. They're almost gone. She targeted them again today, but they're almost gone after 1 session. Like, they're almost gone. My fine lines, my smile lines were getting a little deep, basically gone. The collagen producing results of microneedling with PRP, it takes a while. It's not immediate results like with filler and Botox, but it's gonna save your face in the long run. I truly believe in this skincare hack, procedure, whatever. You guys have to try it.
PRP is something I've wanted to do for a while for my under eyes. I've always had dark under eyes, and I finally decided to do it. And of course, I'm going to share my experience with you.
The glow is the reason people book. Someone shows their skin 7 days later, and it looks tight, smooth, and shiny. They say their pores feel smaller. They say their makeup looks better. They say their acne scars are fading. They say their skin feels like baby skin. And when you see enough of those videos, it starts to feel like something you need, especially if you have texture, scars, dark marks, or large pores. Skin insecurity is real. It can make you feel like you need makeup just to leave the house. It can make you zoom in on every photo. It can make you spend money on every serum, cream, and treatment that promises to fix your face. So when people say microneedling helped them feel confident without makeup, I believe them. For some people, it really does help. But the glow is not the whole story. Before the glow, there can be pain, swelling, peeling, dryness, bruising, and panic. That part deserves to be shown too.
I was a little bit nervous. Kendall put numbing cream on my under eye and let it sit, so it's kind of a weird feeling. I didn't film every step of the process because there's a lot of needles, but your own blood is drawn and processed and then re-injected into your under eye. It helps boost blood circulation and collagen production. Now, I am no professional. I'm just telling you what I understand it to be. After it was all done, I sat under the red light for a little bit to hopefully help with the bruising. Now, the thing with PRP is that you have to have multiple treatments. I think everybody's a little different with the amount of them, and I believe you get them every 4 to 6 weeks. So this is the first day after. I'm definitely bruised and swollen, which is why I've been a little MIA. I've been wearing glasses around to kind of cover up the bruising. This is day 2. I have not put any makeup on this weekend, and I haven't been filming because I'm just trying to give my under eyes a little break to recover. And this is today, so this is day 3. I'm definitely going to be back to filming next week, but now you know why I'd be a little bit bruised. I accidentally had the beauty filter on. I've been taking it off in all the clips so you can really see the whole recovery process.
This is the best microneedling treatment in New York City. I've done this consistently for 5 years. They have a concoction serum that they use in microneedling. I know it's part peptides, part hyaluronic acid, part magic. I don't know. I go to Agata and she uses a high-end professional microneedling derma pen. This is not a cheapy pen. If you're going to go get microneedling, make sure it's a professional quality pen. After the microneedling portion, she does this special peel on the skin. It does get a little spicy and then you're fine after 2 minutes. After the peel, she soothes you with a professional grade collagen mask, chest, neck, and face. Obviously, this is New York City and it ain't cheap, but neither are you. But if you do this consistently, I swear, you look like a brand new baby dumpling.
Today I am getting microneedling done to my face. I've never had this done, so I'm very excited. As soon as I got there, my esthetician Esma made sure to thoroughly cleanse my face before she applied the numbing cream so that I don't feel the needles going in and out of my skin. Along with microneedling, I asked for the PDO Afterglow Serum. I know that you guys have seen people get threads injected into their skin to promote collagen and to help with fine lines. So basically, this is the same thing, but in a powder form mixed with hyaluronic acid. As far as pain, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate this a 1. I didn't feel any pain whatsoever. It only felt ticklish around my nose area. This is my skin immediately after, and this is my skin after 7 days. I am obsessed.
My skin 3 weeks ago. I feel like by now everyone has seen this iconic photo of Kim Kardashian getting the vampire facial. What it really is microneedling with PRP. My main concerns were all of my acne scars and discolorations I had from previous breakouts. And of course I had some active breakouts as well. My skin has been really going through it. So let me walk you through the whole process because now I cannot recommend this treatment enough. First thing we did was get my face really numb. One main tip I have is to really make sure you go to someone who knows what they're doing because she cleansed my skin like 8 times before we started needling. She said that people that experience purging and breakouts after after microneedling are because the numbing cream was not cleaned off properly. Especially when it comes to microneedling, it's really important to know who is doing your treatment. And by that I mean, are they a PA? Are they a registered nurse? Are they an esthetician? Because different specialties are able to go to different depths on your skin using the needle. If you can't go deep enough, you won't see results. The process was honestly painless just because of the numbing cream. Of course you can feel some pressure, but this is my skin immediately after and then later that night. It really just looked like I had a big sunburn. The results now are insane.
I'm getting microneedling done today for the very first time. I am so excited, you guys, and I want to take you with me on like this entire process, the pain level and the recovery and like what it looks like. I'm about to leave my house, but first I'm going to numb my face. I know this is not typically how it works. Wait.
So microneedling is basically causing tiny punctures. The skin thinks it's injured, it's going to heal itself. So it helps your skin produce collagen. It really can help with fine lines and wrinkles. So you do 3 to 4 treatments in a row, 1 month apart.
Oh,
and that is when you see maximum results.
That is so exciting. Okay, finished result. That looks so much scarier than it feels. If I was not looking in the camera, I would think that my skin is just like slightly red. That did not hurt at all.
No.
Okay, so Anush gave me this shield and told me to wear this anytime that I'm going to be out and about outside my house. I also have to wear an insane amount of sunscreen for obvious reasons. Oh, the sun, get away! Ah!
Wow. This is like 4 hours post microneedling. Okay, here is day 2 of the microneedling. I just woke up and washed my face with a gentle cleanser, put on a very gentle moisturizer and SPF, and that's all I'm gonna do for about 3 days. Here we are, day 6. I'm basically completely healed. I just have a little bit of like a rough, dry texture, still a little bruise right there. My skin definitely has a glow and it's very tight. Like my pores are tight. Like everything is like physically tighter, which is amazing. But I am going to do another 1 or 2 sessions throughout the next couple of months.
I think one of the biggest issues is that microneedling gets talked about like it is just another facial. But it is not. It is a controlled injury. The needles create tiny punctures in the skin. The skin thinks it is injured. Then the body goes into repair mode. That is the reason people get the collagen response. But once we admit that, we also have to admit something else. You are opening the skin. And when you open the skin, safety matters. The device matters. The needle depth matters. The cartridge matters. The products matter. The person doing it matters. The aftercare matters. And your skin condition matters. So when people say it is just microneedling, I think that is too casual. Anything that punctures the face should be taken seriously.
I've been paying almost $1,000 a session for microneedling. Yeah, in my defense, I added on PDGF, which is quite expensive, and I literally decided on doing that by saying, this is the most expensive option. It must work the best. Again, not proud to say it, woman enough to admit it. I also added on either my neck or my chest, as you can see, every time. So that's my excuse. It is indefensible a little bit because I've done 3. I've done 3 sessions now at nearly $1,000 a pop, 5 weeks apart. And I have to be honest with you, I haven't really seen much of a difference if you want me to be real. I understand collagen production takes time, but if I don't start looking like a newborn baby in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be disappointed. Also, not proud to admit it, woman enough to say it, I don't DIY anything. I will not be learning how to do my hair or my nails or anything. However, I am willing to learn how to do my own microneedling because there are enough of you on this app who are saying you are doing it yourself that I'm convinced that I could also do it myself because what do you mean I'm supposed to do this every 4 to 6 weeks?
A microneedling treatment in clinic at the very low end is going to be $350. At the high end, it can be anywhere from $500 and above. So microneedling in clinic is very expensive. I think you can do it safely at home, and here's the price breakdown to get a setup for home. The pen I recommend is the Dr. Pen M8. This is a $99 pen. If you want to get the newer version of this, it is the M8S. That is $119. When you get these, they come with 2 12-pin cartridges and 2 36-pin cartridges and 2 nano plates. So you'll be set for at least 4 treatments with needles before you have to buy more cartridges. The next thing you'll need to get is a glide. And I really like the Stavy Booster starter kits because it gives you a lot of options in terms of getting to try different serums and how they work with your skin. These come with 12 different vials of serum and they cost $125 on the Dr. Pen website that I have linked. There's the pink option, which is more like aging skin, and the yellow option, which I would say is more for like trouble skin, like rosacea. You're going to want to get numbing cream. cream. So this is a 10.5% lidocaine that I got from Korea. I know that this amount of lidocaine is safe for me. There's a 10.5% linked in my TikTok shop. Make sure you don't have an allergy to lidocaine or cardiac problems. You don't want to use this percentage of lidocaine on your skin if you do have those issues. The one in TikTok shop is about $25. If you want to get just a 5% lidocaine, I have one linked on my Amazon storefront for about $15. Then you're going to grab yourself a 70% alcohol to really clean your face down before you start your treatment. That's about $5 from any corner store. And as far as aftercare, you want to get something soothing and calming and meant for after procedures. La Roche-Posay Cicaplast B5 will run you about $30. So between the most expensive pen, getting Glide, getting lidocaine, and getting alcohol, and your aftercare, a grand total of about $300, which is the very lowest end you'll find clinic treatments for. So you can see it's cost effective because you are set up for more than one treatment in the long term. Once you run out of those initial cartridges that come with your pen, you'll want to repurchase. They're really not expensive at all. They're about $3 per cartridge. Now, is microneedling at home as good as a clinic treatment? No, it absolutely isn't. And I would never tell you that. But steady, consistent use of the microneedle at home, while it's less effective, will give you incredible results at home, because the chances are if you go to a clinic, you're only going to buy a package of 3 at most, which would run you anywhere from $900 to $1,500. And then you'll stop doing it. But at home, you can do it regularly, so you get the benefits over the longer term.
Here's what a $375 luxury microneedling session gets you. I start off with steam and a deep cleanse to get you in a relaxing state of mind, followed by aromatherapy, breathwork, and hot towels to really give you that luxury feel. Now it's time for the 15-minute numbing process to assure the treatment is painless. Microneedling is worth the hype and can transform your skin. If you're 28 and up, get this done immediately to prevent wrinkles. If you're struggling with acne scarring, large pores, and texture, microneedling is for you. Now it's time for the Vampire Facial Mask. This mask maximizes the results for boosted collagen production, and for my favorite part, red light therapy. Used to promote healing, reduces the redness, and of course, better results.
The price is a huge reason microneedling is becoming a DIY trend. When people hear $300, $500, $700, or $900 per session, and then they are told they need several sessions, of course, they start thinking, maybe I can do this at home. I get why that sounds tempting. But doing your own hair at home is one thing. Doing your own nails at home is one thing. Putting needles into your own face is different. This is not me saying nobody has ever done it safely. But people should not treat it like a cute little self-care night. If you go too deep, use the wrong product, reuse something that should not be reused, skip proper cleaning, or irritate your skin barrier, you can create a real problem. And the scary part is, you may not know something went wrong until your skin reacts.
Microneedling session 3, and this is my skin prior to the session. As you can see, my skin is looking great, except for this little pimple that I got underneath my skin. Came out of nowhere. How annoying, but thank God for microneedling. Okay, so first we start by numbing the skin. They use this really strong numbing cream because the doctor over this med spa is actually a pain doctor. So yeah. So then they clean off, the numbing cream, and then they start the microneedling. I did PRP again. And so PRP is where they pull your blood and spin it and then take the plasma and re-inject that into your skin. That's just going to help your skin heal itself, basically. It's like the best form of microneedling you can get. So this is PRP Skin Pen Microneedling. Okay, I did that plus the ZO firming serum that they have, like a little booster. That's going to help with fine lines and just help overall tighten your skin. We love that. She put ham on my neck. So then they put you in a cooling mask per usual. And this is my skin after. As you can see, my neck. Yeah, girl. I had to re-up on some ZO goodies, and this is my skin right after. I can't wait to see the results.
So I just completed my third and final RF microneedling treatment a few days ago, and I'm going to tell you why I will never do that again. So RF, radio frequency microneedling, is essentially microneedling on steroids, literally microneedling from the 7th circle of hell. So essentially it's a combination of radio frequency heat and microneedling to penetrate even deeper to the deepest layers of the skin, whereas traditional microneedling just treats the superficial surface layer of the skin. It's supposed to stimulate collagen and elastin for a better skin texture, tightening the skin, acne scarring, which is the main reason that I did it. So if you've heard of Morpheus 8, which is very trendy right now, the brand name is just circulating everywhere. That is a type of RF microneedling. I did Genius RF microneedling, which is basically a newer version of Morpheus 8. It's a newer machine. It's supposed to have the newest, latest technology. It has 49 needles on the tip as opposed to 24 that are on the Morpheus 8 device.
The needles on the Genius device are also more flexible and fine, so this makes you less prone to the injuries that we see commonly with Morpheus 8, like scratching, bleeding, scarring, things like that. I was honestly having a really hard time seeing my results myself, so I asked my med spa to put together some progress pictures that I had taken at the office. And before I go into it, I know I look terrible in these photos, so just look at my skin, not my face. So the first photo of me on the left was actually during my consultation. This was taken over a year ago, and I just walked in with no makeup, and they assessed my skin, and they actually suggested the Genius RF for me. So as you can see, I have a lot of active acne, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, acne scarring, I have bags, dark circles underneath my eyes. The photo of me on the right is my skin after 2 Genius RF microneedling treatments. So yes, you can clearly see that my hyperpigmentation has gone down tremendously. I didn't even realize how much hyperpigmentation I had around my nose area. All those freckles over here are gone. I still have some ice pick scarring on my cheeks, but as far as hyperpigmentation, my skin tone has evened out a lot. But the price I paid in both money and pain, not worth it. You guys, when I tell you this Genius RF microneedling treatment was the worst pain I have ever experienced in my entire life. Even after being numbed for an entire hour, like they numbed me twice for an hour total, and I was seeing the light. I don't even know how to describe to you what I was feeling. And if you think I'm being dramatic, I handle pain pretty well, but this was me directly after the procedure, and look at my lips. They're white as a ghost. I was about to pass out. I would honestly not recommend this.
Today I'm going to get microneedling done for the first time. I'm kind of nervous of a needle penetrating my skin layers. Makes me a little nervous. I turned 30 this year and I don't get any injections like filler. I do get Botox once, maybe twice a year. Some of the prep work for the actual session itself. The face didn't hurt, but I'm not gonna lie, the neck did just a little bit at this point. These are my results. The woman that I went to lets you leave with the blood on your face. It acts as a healing agent. She started with dermaplaning, so taking off all the peach fuzz on my face. Then she did a hydrofacial, numbed my face, and then she did the microneedling all over my face and on my neck. After that, we did like a red blue light therapy. I spent just about $750, which is a good price since I also did my neck. Again, I got products. I'm gonna take about 3 or 4 sessions for my microneedling journey to be over for this year. Ideally, I'll do something like this once a year.
First place I went and got microneedling done, it's like $300 if you want like PRF or salmon sperm, $400 if you want both. I'm on the phone with a different place today and they're saying like both, like that's so unnecessary. Like just the salmon sperm will be great. Cool. So we're talking, send a picture of your skin. She's so friendly on the phone. Yeah, girl, let me send you the skincare products I use. They're great, get them off Amazon, so cheap, blah, 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 chatting, chat. So ha. I think she goes over the picture, sends me the invoice, and I'm looking over the invoice. It's for the skin pen and the salmon sperm with the discount. She gave me a discount, right? Thanks, a bundle discount by 6. Do I need 6? I don't know, but she gives me an invoice for 6, and it comes at 6. You think the price would be good, right? $630 per session. I was just like, oh, whoa. I was like, truthfully, this is like double the cost that I was expecting. She goes, no problem, hangs up the phone. After all of that, 1, super rude. 2, you're supposed to try to justify the cost a little bit. At least try to say, oh, expensive compared to what? Oh, well, here's how we're different. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, doesn't try any of that. Immediately hangs up the phone. And who's being honest? The first place that says to do both, or second place that says not to do both, but hung up the phone on me and is double the cost. This is why Jamie Anesthetics, I love her on Instagram. She's like, dude, they're all just like they're scammers. She goes, no, you don't need any of it. Good skincare at home. Do some dermal rolling at home. So I'm like, you know what? Let me dedicate a year to Jamie. And if it doesn't work, then I'll revisit this whole lather nonsense because it does feel like they're just scammers. Some people see the best results. Other people, it ruined my skin. Like, who knows? It's my skin. It's my face. I don't want to ruin it.
This is where the beauty industry really knows how to make money. Microneedling by itself is already expensive, but then come the add-ons. PRP, PDGF, PDRN, Salmon DNA, radiofrequency, laser, peels, masks, serums, neck, chest, under eyes. And each add-on is marketed like it is the thing that will take your results to the next level. So now people are not just asking, should I get microneedling? They are asking, should I get PRP? Should I get Salmon DNA? Should I do both? Should I add radio frequency? Should I buy a package of 6? And that is how a simple treatment turns into hundreds or thousands of dollars. I understand wanting the best result, but expensive does not always mean necessary, and the most expensive option is not always the best choice for your skin.
Microneedling is one of the best things you can do for your skin. It's something I hear
all the time. So I got microneedling done like a couple years ago. I got 3 sessions because it was cheaper if you buy 3 sessions. So that's how they get you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm not saying it is or it isn't one of the best things you can do for your skin. I don't know. I'm clearly not an expert. And people say that all the time, so I believe it. But I need to know, because I never hear anybody else say this. It was genuinely one of the most painful experiences I have experienced. And I've experienced a lot of pain. It was infinitely more painful than my side tattoo. The first session, I was in disbelief. Like, I was stunned during the first session because it hurt so bad. Second session, tears were running down my face. I was like, what the hell? Third session, I wanted to walk out again. Also, I was having like a hard day. You know, I was having a hard time back then. But like, tears, bro. And then I'm leaving the office and I'm like, I'll call, to reschedule. Anyway, I just want to know if I had a bad provider, because I was begging them. I was like, please, bro, please put more numbing on, dude. This sucks.
I can't even fucking sleep. I'm like, my face hurts so fucking bad. And then I went and looked in the mirror and it's just so fucking disgusting. Like, I can't imagine this healing up well. It's just swollen. None of this looks right.
So I went to someone to get microneedling done, and I'm just pretty sure this is not supposed to happen. So I got it done yesterday, and like, I feel like she literally like scraped my skin, and like I have scratches everywhere and like nowhere else. Like, she barely touched here, she barely whatever. Thank God she didn't, because she scratched my shit. But like, look at this shit. Is this normal? I'm freaking out.
I went to one of the best med spas in the world to get microneedling, and they completely ruined and damaged my skin. This is what my face was looking about 6 months ago, and I have no filter on. This is what my skin looks like now. Never had bad acne in my entire life, and I wanted to get microneedling done just because I saw that it boosted collagen and made your face look so young and glowy, and I mean, who wouldn't want that? I went to such a good place where I had absolutely no worries. I was so excited. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth day, I was having such good results. Face then started breaking out in ways I've never broken out in my entire life. So I was so confused, like, what the hell could possibly be going on?
Okay, has anyone ever experienced a horrible rash after microneedling? I've done probably 16 to 20 treatments. This has never happened, and my skin, oh my gosh, it's actually so bad. It's just breaking out in this crazy rash. I did my neck too, but it's not on my neck. It's just my face. Followed the aftercare. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of freaking out. I also have my bridal shower this weekend, and I'm just like, I can't wear makeup with it like this.
This is the morning after. It was super easy to sleep.
This was a microneedling treatment done in a clinic, going to show that you can get bad work done anywhere. And this is why I say you can absolutely safely do microneedling at home with just a little bit of education. And then you don't risk going to a clinic having to pay someone to botch your face. Thankfully, she is okay and her skin looks gorgeous, but that is not how it should look after you get a microneedling treatment.
Look at what microneedling did to my skin.
Just a quick update on how my skin went from this to this with microneedling. This is 2 days after the first video you just saw. This day was so hard. I cried all day because of this. As you can see, it's peeling more and more, and the hypopigmentation is still there.
I've been using La Roche-Posay to like restore my skin, so kind of over this. If you can tell, I'm over this. For a second, if you ignore the big elephant in the room, the texture of the skin though. But yeah, this is me after applying La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm. You need that in your life. Like, I always keep one on me. And sometimes I just use it randomly because it helps with your moisture barrier. I'm such a skincare junkie that I knew all the steps to take low-key. I hate it, but like, I have experience, so I'm not as bothered as I would have been.
I did it again. Went and got microneedling, and I am regretting it.
Like, come on, y'all.
What the heck is that?
Microneedling pain is different for everyone. Some people say it is painless. Some people say it only feels like pressure. Other people say it was horrible. They say they cried. They say they wanted to walk out. They say even with numbing, it was unbearable. And then you have RF microneedling, which can feel even more intense because now you have needles plus heat. So the pain conversation needs more honesty. People go in expecting a little scratchy facial and then realize this is not what they pictured. Pain tolerance matters. The device matters. The depth matters. The provider matters. But people should not be made to feel dramatic for saying it hurt. Beauty pain is still pain.
Probably not, but let me tell you how that can happen. I'm Julia. I'm a registered nurse. I'm an esthetician. I've been in the game for 22 years. I own Skin RN in Las Vegas and in St. George, Utah, and I've been doing professional microneedling in the office for almost 15 years. So let me tell you how you could possibly get these bloodborne pathogens. These pens have cartridges that are removable. This is what is used on your face. It's a one-time use deal. And it's very important that these cartridges have completely sealed bottoms, okay? So this is the part that goes into the actual pen itself. And as you can see, it's completely sealed. There's no holes, okay? When the FDA is looking to approve microneedling pens, this is actually one of the biggest things they're looking for because it's so important, okay? This is why. If there is a hole here, when this oscillates and it's on, it goes so fast that it actually creates suction, and that suction can actually pull blood into the pen itself. But the blood doesn't just stay in the pen, it actually circulates and it goes right back down to the skin. So let's say you're microneedling a patient with Hep C, and then a couple hours later you microneedle another person, you're literally going to be microneedling Hep C into someone else's face if by chance you have holes in the bottom of your microneedling cartridge. And let me tell you, it's a lot more common than you think. This is why it's super important to just find an FDA approved pen. Now, FDA approved pens tend to be pretty expensive. This one I have is very expensive. On the bright side, Dr. Pen just came out with a brand new professional pen that, like I said, it's professional, only professionals can buy it, way more affordable, but it's also FDA approved. And there's a difference between FDA approved and FDA registered. You want FDA approved.
At the same time, going to a clinic does not guarantee perfection either. That is what makes this conversation frustrating. People are told, do not do it yourself, go to a professional. And in general, yes, that is safer advice. But then you have people saying they went to a good med spa, a popular place, a professional clinic, and their skin still got damaged. That is why people are confused. The whole point of paying a professional is that you are trusting them with your face. You are trusting that they know the right depth, the right device, the right products, the right prep, and the right aftercare. So when someone leaves with scratches, rashes, or breakouts they never had before, they feel betrayed. They did what they were supposed to do. They paid. They researched. They followed aftercare, and their skin still reacted badly.
I am almost 50 years old now, 46 to be exact, and I've had a lot of beauty treatments. I've been able to experiment with so many beauty treatments. It helps that I usually don't have to pay, so I get to report back to you guys. So I would say I've done Thermage, I've done Soft Wave, I've done Zerf, I've done Morpheus 8, I've done Vivace, and of all the things that I've done, I would say my two favorite things that I consistently do that I really think make a difference and rejuvenate the skin is some form of microneedling with, you could PRP, you could do exosomes. I just did Re2O. So microneedling and radio frequency. There's modalities like Morpheus 8 or Silpherm that do microneedling and radio frequency together. I personally prefer, I've seen the best results separate. So, there's so many things that you could do when it comes to microneedling, and make sure that that whoever your provider is, they're not using a cheapy microneedling pen, that they're using a medical grade microneedler. So I love cocktailing it with, like I said, Salmon DNA, exosomes, PRP. There's a lot of different little cocktails that you could do, and they're different in America and Korea. I want to say though, radio frequency and microneedling is great because it's regenerative. Radio frequency helps to stimulate collagen and it's working with your own body to stimulate your own collagen. And microneedling is working with your skin to force it to go into repair mode. So you're not adding any toxins in, you're not doing fillers, you're not doing adding foreign things. Both of those two modalities help your skin to rejuvenate and regenerate on its own.
Microneedling will change your life. It will change your skin. You don't have to do PRP. You can get microneedling done with different serums. But when I tell you it will help with the texture of your skin, your pores, it will help with the acne marks and hyperpigmentation. It will help to even your skin. It helps against wrinkles. I'm telling you, if you're trying to get into medical grade skincare and like medical grade, not skincare, medical grade facials, start with microneedling. You will thank me later. I have friends who started doing it after like I put them on and their skin has never looked better.
No, I have to show you guys my insane skin transformation after 2 sessions of microneedling with PRP. And this is why I scream it from the rooftops and say it's the best treatment ever. I honestly have to give like a jump scare warning for this first photo because, you know, you can see my smile lines look very dehydrated. I have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. This after photo is actually blowing my mind, you guys. Oh my god. You know how much tighter my skin looks? It's glowy. Under eyes are so much more plumped up from the PRP that she injects underneath it. Smile lines are better. Like, oh my god. Microneedling has truly transformed my skin, and I bought a package of 3, and after seeing those photos, I am absolutely buying another one.
Did you know that you could possibly get a bloodborne pathogen like Hep C, Hep B, HIV, staph, viruses from professional microneedling treatments?
This is the best I've probably looked in over a year, you guys. I was freaking out a week ago. I'll be going back. It's been a week since I got microneedling, and just the way that my skin is glowing right now and the way that my makeup is sitting, my skin feels like a baby. It feels so smooth. And it's also very preventative for like wrinkles and stuff. I sound very sponsored. Not sponsored in any way. This is just me being like, y'all, what the fuck? Honestly did not think it could look like this. And I know that I'm young and this might sound crazy, but like, I feel like it took a couple years off of me. Not me being like young as fuck. No, but seriously, I feel like I was starting to look maybe a little older, and now I'm back to being a baby. I don't know, but this is after 7 days, and they say it keeps getting better up to 2 weeks. Yeah.
For much less cost.
Here's what the spas aren't telling you about microneedling. Yes, it's an amazing, innovative treatment that will most likely treat a lot of the concerns that you have. $600, $700, $800. However, you need several. You need 5, you need 6 in a row, 4 weeks apart, which, I don't know, is that sustainable? With the right techniques, education, and most importantly, product, you are going to get some amazing microneedling results at home. This is somebody who's had in-clinic experiences as well as doing it DIY. Now, doing it DIY, I personally love because I get to change up what products I'm using. I can use exosomes, I can use collagen boosters, I can use stimulators, NAD, I can use PDRN, I can use polyanucleotides to address whatever concern I specifically have.
The bigger issue is that perfect skin has become another beauty standard. Not just clear skin, perfect skin. No texture, no pores, no dark spots, no scars, no fine lines, no redness. Just smooth, glassy, filtered looking skin. And that is not how real skin works. Real skin has pores. Real skin has texture. Real skin has marks. Real skin changes. Real skin breaks out. Real skin ages. But because we are always seeing filtered skin, edited skin, ring, light skin, and post-treatment glow, normal skin starts to look unfinished. That is where microneedling fits in. It is being sold as the natural way to get closer to that filtered look. Not filler, not Botox, not surgery, just collagen, just repair, just glow. But even the natural treatments can become part of the same pressure.
Microneedling. Microneedling, I'm giving a 6.5. Needling of the skin, certainly with injection needles, is part of the way that interventions like botulinum toxin and filling injections actually work. So it's no surprise that microneedling using smaller, more superficial needles has got an impact. It induces new collagen and elastin under the skin, but there is a caution. A percentage of patients, particularly those who've got a rosacea-prone skin, can occasionally develop explosive new blood vessels in response to microneedling. And if you follow the microneedling with applying topical products, you have to be sure that those products are sterile. Otherwise, you can end up getting infection in the microneedling points.
How often should we do microneedling and laser?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the strat. And I have patients to prove it. Like patients who are like 2 decades older than me that I've been seeing for 10 years. You do microneedling every quarter, so it's 4 times a year. And every other time add a laser, you literally will age backwards. And I should take my own advice because I literally only do it like once a year. But this year, it's January, I'm gonna do it and we'll see. And you should do it too.
Yes.
So microneedling 4 times a year, every other time add a laser.
I think the truth about microneedling is not simple. For some people, it is worth it. It gives them smoother skin. It softens acne scars. It helps with texture. It helps with hyperpigmentation. It makes their makeup sit better. It gives them that glow. It makes them feel confident without makeup. And I understand why they love it. But for other people, it is painful. It is expensive. It is confusing. It is underwhelming. It causes breakouts. It causes rashes. It creates scratches. It damages their skin barrier. And it leaves them wondering why they ever touched their face in the first place. Both experiences matter. A treatment can be amazing for one person and a nightmare for someone else. A clinic can have great reviews and still give someone a bad result. A treatment can be regenerative and still be risky. A procedure can be natural and still be too aggressive. So before anyone books microneedling, I think they need to slow down and ask real questions. What am I trying to fix? Is my skin barrier healthy enough? Is my skin tone at risk for pigmentation? What device are they using? What depth are they using? What products are going on my skin? Are those products sterile? What should normal healing look like? How many sessions do I really need? Do I need PRP, Salmon DNA, exosomes, or am I being upsold? Can I afford the maintenance? And am I doing this because I want healthier skin or because I feel like normal skin is not enough? There's nothing wrong with wanting to improve your skin. There is nothing wrong with wanting to treat acne scars. There is nothing wrong with wanting to feel confident. But there is something wrong with a beauty culture that makes every pore, every scar, every line, and every little texture feel like a flaw. That is the cost of pretty. It is not just the appointment. It is the pain, the money, the packages, the add-ons, the healing, the panic, the aftercare, the pressure, the disappointment, and the feeling that your skin has to look filtered before you can feel comfortable. Microneedling may be one of the best treatments for some people, but it is not a miracle. It is not risk-free. It is not always painless. It is not always worth the price. And it is not something people should do just because everyone online is glowing. So I want to know what you think. Is microneedling worth the hype? Or is the beauty industry turning another skin treatment into an expensive obsession? Because from what we are seeing, microneedling can give some people the best skin of their life. But for others, it can become a painful reminder that even the natural glow up comes with a cost.